Peter Monamy. In the bustling city of London at the turn of the 18th century, a young boy named Peter Monamy was born into a world on the cusp of transformation. It was 1681, and the city, still recovering from the devastation of the Great Fire, was rapidly rebuilding itself into a hub of commerce, culture, and maritime power. Monamy's life and art would come to reflect the spirit of this maritime age, capturing the grandeur and peril of the seas that defined Britain's identity. Peter Monamy was the son of a Channel Islander. Hailing from the small island of Guernsey, his family moved to London when he was still a child, settling in the parish of St. Botolph's near Billingsgate. This area, teeming with shipbuilders, sailors, and merchants, provided Monamy with his first exposure to the maritime world. Though his family's financial circumstances were modest, Monamy's early years were steeped in the sights and sounds of the Thames, where ships across the globe brought stories of distant lands and tumultuous seas. At the age of 14, Monamy was apprenticed to a sign and decorative painter. This choice of profession, though practical, also provided him with the technical skills that would later define his career. Decorative painting required precision and a keen eye for detail, qualities that would serve him well as he transitioned to a more artistic pursuit. While the records of his apprenticeship are sparse, it is clear that Monamy developed a fascination with maritime subjects during this period. His work began to reflect the influence of Willem van de Velde the Elder and Willem van de Velde the Younger, two Dutch painters who had emigrated to England and were celebrated for their detailed and evocative seascapes. By the early 1700s, Monamy had established himself as a maritime painter, setting up his own studio in Westminster. The maritime themes that dominated his work resonated deeply with his audience. Britain's naval power was growing, and its victories at sea were sources of national pride. Monamy's paintings, with their vivid depictions of ships in battle, storms, and serene harbors, captured the imagination of a society deeply connected to the sea. His clientele included ship captains, merchants, and members of the Admiralty, who admired his ability to render their world with both accuracy and artistic flair. Monamy's success as a maritime painter can be attributed to his ability to balance realism with drama. His works often featured carefully detailed ships set against dramatic skies and turbulent waters. This combination not only showcased his technical skill, but also evoked the heroism and peril of maritime life. Paintings such as the Royal Sovereign in a Gale and An English Ship in Action with Barbary Pirates demonstrate his mastery of composition and his understanding of the interplay between light and shadow. While Monamy's art was deeply rooted in the tradition of the Van de Veldes, he brought a distinct sensibility to his work. Unlike his Dutch predecessors, whose paintings often emphasized precision and restraint, Monamy's seascapes were imbued with a sense of movement and drama that reflected the English Romantic spirit. This departure from the Dutch style helped Monamy carve out a unique niche for himself in the art world of his time. Despite his success, Monamy's career was not without struggles. The rise of the Royal Academy in the mid-18th century and the growing preference for history painting and portraiture posed a threat to maritime artists. However, Monamy's ability to adapt and cater to his patrons' tastes ensured his continued relevance. He often collaborated with engravers to produce prints of his paintings, making his work accessible to a broader audience. These prints, widely circulated, helped cement his reputation as one of England's foremost marine painters. Monamy's later years were marked by a decline in his fortunes, a fate not uncommon among artists of his era. He died in 1749, leaving behind a legacy that, while overshadowed by the likes of Turner and Constable in later years, remains significant in the history of British marine painting. His works, characterized by their vibrant energy and technical brilliance, continue to be celebrated for their contribution to the visual culture of Britain's maritime heritage. Peter Monamy's life and art encapsulate the spirit of an age when Britain's identity was inextricably linked to the sea. Through his paintings, he captured the majesty, danger, and triumph of maritime life, providing a window into a world that was both familiar and awe-inspiring to his contemporaries. Today, his work stands as a testament to the enduring power of art to reflect and shape the cultural narratives of its time.